Welcome to New Sky TV Hot News. Another new drama has been scheduled for release. Yiying and Wang Yilei are teaming up for the third time, and the reason for its pre-release buzz is their new drama, Love Lasts Forever, set in the Republican era. It sounds intriguing. Yiying plays Lindsay, seemingly a clueless rich girl, but actually an undercover agent on a mission. Wang Yilei plays Pinan, a mysterious special investigation officer. Driven by their own motives, the two enter into a contract marriage and live together. This setup, a fake marriage, real cohabitation, each with their own hidden agendas, constantly testing each other, is quite impressive. Yiying has several dramas awaiting release. Day and Night premieres on February 14th. The Seventh Winter After Breaking Up With You already aired on February 4th. Not Sacrificing the Skirt, Sacrificing the Beacon Fire is rumored to air in mid-February, and Palace Walls Promise a Good Man is scheduled until the end of February. That's an incredible output. However, her portrayal of Lindsay this time seems quite different from her previous sweet girl roles. She has to convey a character who appears naive on the surface but is shrewd on the inside. Judging from the stills, her eyes hold something. But today, we need to focus on the male lead, Wang Yilei. As the title says, the male lead is tall, handsome, and a good actor, and I agree. His military uniform look is quite dashing. But the key point is the following sentence: he's actually the one who co-starred with Wang Jej. She's the queen of short dramas. So what if she's not formally trained? She's carved out a niche for herself with over 80 dramas through sheer grit. Over 80. What does that mean? It means you'll be switching channels until your hands are sore, and at least 5 out of 10 short dramas will feature her. Last year, her total online viewership reportedly surpassed 26 billion. That's terrifying data. She's practically a walking ratings machine. And our Wang Yilei is co-starring with this queen in a drama called When Snow Falls, I Meet You. Filming started on December 25th last year, Christmas Day. Think about it, the date she chose has such a romantic feel to it. What's the story about? A lawyer and a CEO, reconciling after a broken relationship. Who's the director? Yilei, who directed the hit Rose Crown. This setup, this cast, it's practically screaming this is going to be a hit. Even though the drama hasn't aired yet, do you know how crazy the pre-orders are on the Hongo platform? Not long after filming began, viewership surged past 120,000. Another project that's become a hit even before airing. So, do you see now? What's Wang Yilei's strategy? On one hand, he's teamed up with Yiying, a workaholic of short dramas, 3 times to build his fan base. On the other hand, he's partnered with Wang Jej, a top-tier celebrity, to elevate his status. Even more impressive, he's a graduate of the Central Academy of Drama. Let's break down the criteria. He's got the looks, his military uniform photos are already a hit. He's got the acting skills, at least all the press releases are praising him, so let's believe it for now. And he's got the resources. Wang Jej and Yiying as the male lead. Is that considered a lack of resources? This combination is simply divinely chosen. No wonder he was chosen to play the enigmatic, charismatic Pinan in Love Forever. Anyone else playing this role wouldn't be able to carry it. This is already the 3rd time Yiying and Wang Yilei have collaborated. The first 2 were Her Day and Night and Moonlight Over Ashes. They rolled partners, their chemistry is undeniable, it's not acting. Look at those subtle gestures in the thriller, his touch on her waist, the pressure. Any more would be greasy, any less would be distant. The look she gives him, that undercurrent of emotion, seemingly a test, yet concealing a tenderness only they understand. Netizens say that when they stand together, it feels like their breathing is synchronized. That sounds far-fetched, but look at their scenes together, that chemistry, that natural magnetism. It really takes repeated collaborations and adjustments to build that. This isn't artificial sweetener, it's a top-tier broth simmered slowly over a low flame. When Wang Yilei's reconciliation meets Wang Jej, it's a fateful pull. When his contract marriage meets Yiying, it's a forbidden test. This man, on one hand, is a top-tier celebrity, on the other, a workaholic on set. What makes him so special? The moment he donned his military uniform, the entire online chat was flooded with just 2 words: husband. If Love Lasts Forever doesn't become a hit, I'll eat the screen. The official promotion for Love Lasts Forever claims to combine the 3 most compelling elements: Republican-era romance, national righteousness, and a clash of titans. The romance doesn't follow the artificial sweetness route, instead, it's a slow and steady kind, in the name of love, with hearts bound together, finding warmth and support in each other amidst chaos. Just hearing this premise makes me instantly smitten. The costumes and props, judging from the trailer, are truly meticulous. The cheongsams accentuate the curves of Eastern beauties, the military uniforms exude masculine hormones, and the yellowed old newspapers, gramophone, rickshaws, the atmosphere practically overflows the screen. Now, I just hope the screenwriter pulls up a bit and adds some real substance to the espionage aspect, instead of letting the romance overshadow everything else. We want a clash of titans, not a love-struck mindless exercise. But, family, let's wake up. The current short drama market is absolutely fierce, a battle of titans. I specifically checked the data, and on the Hongro platform, there are countless dramas with over 1 million pre-orders. My great-grandma at 1804 has over 8 million pre-orders. The Rich Sister-in-Law in a Transmigration novel too is also approaching 8 million. What does that mean? That's the appeal of a national-level IP. Our Love Forever currently has 2.86 million pre-orders. To be honest, in this cutthroat market, that's a very impressive achievement. But to say it's unique is an understatement. After all, the spring festival season was incredibly competitive. Every drama is pulling out all the stops, trying to break through the competition. However, seeing this data has been bothering me, and I have to discuss it with you all today. In the current short drama market, when choosing a male lead, is acting ability more important, or is who he's co-starred with more important? Look at Wang Yilei. Just because he collaborated with Wang Zhai, he's now one of the biggest highlights of the promotion for Love Forever. Articles everywhere are saying, the male lead is actually him who co-starred with Wang Zhai. Isn't this another form of riding on her coattails? Some will definitely scoff, pshaw, isn't he just relying on his sister's connections? But I'm going to say something fair today. This precisely proves that his market value and potential are recognized. Think about it, who is Wang Zhai? The top queen of short dramas. To co-star with her, what level of stardom is required? It requires being scrutinized by hundreds of millions of eyes online. Looks, height, presence, acting skills, if any one of these is lacking, he'd be bombarded with criticism. Wang Yilei wasn't criticized, instead, he was repeatedly mentioned as a selling point. What does this mean? It means he landed the role with Wang Zhai, and might even have created a unique spark. In this industry, being chosen by a top actress is a skill in itself, a certification. It's like what? Just like luxury brand endorsements, brands choose you not because you're riding their coattails, but because your charisma matches theirs and your presence adds value to the brand. Wang Yilei's ability to collaborate with Wang Zhai and then work with Yiying 3 times isn't luck, it's the inevitable result of his talent being recognized by the market. With his Central Academy of Drama background and soaring resources in the past 2 years, all he lacks is a truly blockbuster drama. And could Love Forever be the key? The 860,000 pre-orders represent both audience anticipation and immense pressure. When the winds of the Republican era stir the fabric, when the feigned marriage blossoms into genuine affection, when Wang Yilei's face dons a military uniform and stands before Yiying, is it riding the coattails of fame or genuine talent? Is it just popularity or acting ability? We'll find out in the final episode. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.